I wanted to talk a little bit today about kind of focusing your pitching in certain directions. You know that we strongly suggest that when you are first pitching yourself as a freelancer, that you avoid choosing a niche. You do not, or niche, however you want to say it. You do not need to artificially limit yourself at the beginning of your business. Instead, you should be looking to work with as many different kinds of clients as possible. Also, you can't possibly know what kind of niche you want to work in anyway. I don't care how much experience you have, you can't know. But then also, at the same time, you don't have to choose a niche and go 100% down the road of this is my area, my website says this, and I only work with those kinds of clients. But you can focus your pitching in some ways on certain kinds of clients, for example, or focus your pitching on some days to certain kind of clients that you want to work with. And to that point, you can, if you feel strongly about certain social issues, you can, if you want to, freelance with I don't want to say values driven because I don't know that that's necessarily, that might be some politics into that and that I don't intend, but a business that is driven by its values. Maybe that's a better way to put it, or socially conscious or whatever. But you can, and it doesn't just have to be nonprofits. You might have to dig a little bit to learn more about a business, but there are a lot of for-profit businesses that are really focused on doing good in the world and really focused on giving back to the world. And if you freelance with them, you can be a part of that mission and a part of helping them accomplish those goals. I know sometimes I would talk to people who say, well, I only want to freelance if I'm going to freelance with nonprofits, or I'm only going to freelance if I completely agree with everything that a company is behind, and that's totally fine. But you don't necessarily have to. That does not necessarily mean choosing a niche. Like I only freelance for, I don't know why health coaches is coming to mind because that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But I only freelance for vegan-based business or something like that. I don't know. But that would be choosing a niche. But instead, you can be open to working with all kinds of different clients. But when you're pitching, you can specifically try to reach out to potential clients who have values, who are socially motivated in ways that line up with you. And you don't even have to do all your pitches. It could be, like I said, it could be on Mondays you pitch those kinds of clients, and on Tuesdays you pitch others. And I think the thing to remember is that, first of all, you don't know everything a company is doing right off the bat. You might have to do a little research. There are a lot of companies who are doing really great things in the world with their kind of philanthropic arms, or where they're with their messaging and even just trying to be better in the world. But you don't forget that there's so much opportunity out there that you don't have to limit yourself to a certain type of company or anything like that. There are so many opportunities out there. There's so many different companies. I don't also want you to go down the road of I only want to work for this kind of company, and therefore I only know of these 5 companies, and therefore I can't sustain myself as a freelancer. There are a lot of assumptions in there that I would caution you against. First of all, about the number of companies that are doing good things in the world. Those are just the ones you're aware of, right? You're looking through just your perspective, and there's so much more information out there in the world, so many more opportunities. And so if you are interested in doing work with socially conscious companies, or companies that have values that mirror yours, you can absolutely make that part of your pitching plan. And why not? How great does that feel? Would that feel to be working with a company who is doing good things in the world? So if that's something that matters to you, great. Make it part of your plan.